What is happening, everyone? Welcome back. Here it is Sports Bets, but mostly Chaos presents to you Can Cohooney guess the spread? Week number 17.
Insane.
Only 2 more weeks left of the regular season before playoffs get underway. So before we jump into the week 17
playoffs
of games, let's take a look back at week number 16 and see just exactly how Cooney did with those picks. And
I don't even remember.
yeah, well, if you remember a couple weeks ago, you had 10 points. You ended up closing with 11 last week. So again, another week kind of on the struggle bus of things there. Not a whole lot of action going your way. But on the bright side, you did lock down your lock of the week, and that was taking your own team, the Dallas Cowboys, to cover.
That was over pretty quick.
The 10.5 points, whatever it was, they won by a lot more than that. So your lock of the week does improve to 6-10 now on the year. Obviously, you can't finish 500 or better, but you could still close out you could still come out with a 3-game winning streak before this thing is over. And get the thing
First
to 8.
First time since we've ever done this. Well, I have not been over 500, and of course, it's this first time we actually put it on tape.
Yeah, first time on tape. So unfortunately,
Bullshit.
you can't say whether or not it's true or not. So therefore, you're just gonna have to take the L, good sir.
Oh, shut the hell up.
All right, but hey, week number 17, it's ready to get things going. It's New Year's weekend, and yeah, I mean, officially, there's no more games after 2021. It's all in 2022 going forward. So
yeah, you're right.
Yep. All right. Well, I guess with all that, we've covered all of it. So I guess that only leaves one question for you, John.
Are you ready?
Oh yeah, I know, right? It's also Thursday with no football. Isn't that kind of weird?
I know, it's weird. It's also the first time we've ever done a Thursday Can Cooney gets the spread video. But hey, maybe that's better news for you. Maybe you're ready to go. So we should tell everyone at home that's watching. Cooney only knows of 2 games for sure. He actually does not know of anything else going on. So a lot of these games, he doesn't even know. Like, he doesn't even know who's playing, really. So
yeah, I try to stay away from knowing what the games are. Yeah, makes it a little funner.
Another note about week number 17 as well. This is the last week of games that won't be divisional. I think in week number 18, if I'm not mistaken, it is all division games. So it's the last time we'll see some games outside of division this week. So all right, let's get things going. So again, no Thursday night football tonight. So this goes right into Sunday, the Sunday morning. We got plenty of games on the slate. It'll kick off with the ATL Atlanta Falcons.
Well, oh God, who are they?
They're
playing?
Traveling to Buffalo to take on the Bills.
Oh, sorry, Atlanta. It was nice while you guys were still technically alive. It's gonna be over after this week.
What's that? You're not taking them to be a favorite? I already wrote Atlanta down.
Okay, Atlanta plus 8.5. No, actually, no. I think 8.5 is a little too low. I'll say Buffalo's like a 6. At least 6 or 7. Could be more. Good. I'm gonna go with 6.5. So give me Atlanta plus 9.5.
Okay, so he says it will be the Bills 9.5 point favorites when they host Atlanta on Sunday. It's locked in. Survey. What do you say? It's not a good start.
I say he's an idiot.
Because the Buffalo Bills are
huge?
favored by 14.5.
Okay, I see the offense has been. I think that's one of my favorite bets of the week. Atlanta to cover that.
Yeah, I think that's way too high, honestly. But
Atlanta puts up points, and Buffalo still
do they know?
They usually get around 20. And you think Buffalo's gonna put up 40?
I'm not saying that. I just don't know if Atlanta's gonna put that in points. Buffalo's a good defense, man.
Well, they lost their best defensive player. Sure, they still have Micah Hyde, but I don't know.
And Jordan Poyer. But I digest. All right, next game. Moving on. It is the New York Giants traveling to Chicago to take on
The Bears.
Is every single game that's being played this week, is this that extra game that everyone has? I think it is.
Well, no, I mean, not everyone's playing like that extra game, if that's what you're saying.
I don't know. I know the
Like,
Cowboys game. I know this Cowboys game against Arizona that's coming. We're talking about a little later. That's the extra game that, like, if
no,
need,
the 17th game that got added onto everyone's schedule was outside the conference. So,
yeah.
like, you know how every year they play against one division from the other
No.
conference. Now
It is the Cowboys. The Cowboys Arizona game. It is.
it's
Think
not.
about it. They didn't play a single other team from the NFC West. Wow.
Yeah,
So
because they got to because you still play teams in your own conference that you played it that was in the same standings of the division
no.
of the year before.
We're going on a tangent.
The Cowboys extra game was one of the teams that
It's
played in the
Arizona.
NFC. I'm telling you right now, that's not
in
true.
the NFC. Yeah, in the
Right now,
NFC.
it's not true.
We're going on a tangent right now.
I'm telling you right now, it's not true.
The way the schedule's made.
Yeah, look
is
at it
you
right. I'll tell you right now.
You play everyone in your own division twice, and then you play another division one each. So you
Yeah.
play the NFC, AFC.
and then you play the other
And
two
then you
divisions
play
in your
two
conference.
other divisions, and you're matched up with where you started. This will be the extra one.
It's not true.
So, yeah, it is. This is for the Cowboys. I already know it. All right. So, what game?
I'm
going
gonna tell you right now, that's not true. Because no, it's not true. Your extra game this year was against the Patriots, because that was the only.
No, it wasn't.
You guys played the AFC West. You guys played the Chargers, the Broncos, the Chiefs, and the Raiders, and you played the Patriots. The Patriots are the extra game.
No, that's not the extra game.
It's the extra game.
Every
that was
single
the extra game for everybody.
Every single team in the division played the AFC East as well. Well,
you guys, yeah, but you played against the Patriots while someone else played someone else in the division. That was the extra game that got added this year. That's why the NFC teams are all playing an extra road game this year, while all the AFC teams got an extra home game. That was the game that got added, just like the Raiders' extra game was the home game against the Bears. They didn't play Green Bay. They didn't play Detroit. They didn't play Minnesota. They just played the Bears, and it was at home.
Oh, we just went on a tangent. What was the game?
It's the Giants at the Bears.
Oh, see, this tangent was more meaningful than this game actually is. Bears -3.5.
I'm sorry, you said one more time. You said what is it?
Bears -3.5.
All right, it's saying Chicago 3.5 point favorites at home against the Giants. Locked in.
Blank.
Surprised the sounder didn't run out on that one. So, all right, survey says
wrong.
Incorrect. The Bears are 5.5 point favorites.
Bears don't deserve any points. So I don't give a shit.
I know, right? I know. Although, ironically, the Bears are still 74% picked so far on that spread.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, who's gonna be starting? Jake Fromm again?
Who?
Yeah. Right.
All right, we're gonna keep things going. It is a intense AFC matchup. The Kansas City Chiefs, who have been rolling as of late, well, they head to the Dirty Natty to take on Joey Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Bengals better win this game, because
you're right.
Can you believe the Browns were last in the division and they can still get themselves in the playoffs, and the Bengals can still miss the playoffs? That's
we'll see
pretty crazy.
that happens though.
Oh, it takes a lot. It's unfortunately it's actually very reasonable.
Yeah, no, we talked about it already.
I know.
Off the show.
I know. It's in Cincinnati, so I will have to say I'm gonna go ahead and say Kansas City -3.5.
All right, he says the Chiefs are favorites, which makes the Bengals the home dog. 3.5 points. Survey.
Home kitties.
What do you say?
So close.
So close. The Chiefs are 4.5 point favorites.
Okay, makes sense.
All right, but it is a point, so that does take away the 1 point you lost in the first game. So you're at 0, 3 games in. But we'll keep it going now, as it will be the red hot 7 wins in a row Miami Dolphins heading to Tennessee to take on the Titans.
Hey Niners, how the hell did you lose to the Titans? This is difficult. I mean, because who has Miami really beat in the 7-game win streak? But at the same time,
The Ravens, that was about it.
yeah, at the same time, the Titans, AJ Brown's playing, so I guess they at least have one healthy player.
And Julio Jones.
No, he's done.
Really?
He's on COVID. Well, he's not done. He's on COVID
Oh,
protocols.
I didn't know. I took a chance because I know they both played against the Niners. So just,
Dude, do you know what he did against the Niners?
Julio Jones?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had 1 reception for like 7 yards.
Baby.
In fact, I can't even remember seeing him in any highlight that I watched. I didn't watch the whole game because obviously we had other stuff going on, but like I don't even remember seeing him.
It was nothing but AJ Brown this, AJ Brown that, AJ Brown everywhere.
What a loser!
Like Jason said, why are they not triple teaming him?
That's what she
That
said.
being said, give me the Titans minus 5.5.
You said Tennessee by how much again?
5.5.
All right. He says it will be the Titans, 5.5 point favorites when they host the Red Hot Dolphins. Survey, what do you say? Tennessee favored by 3.5. Rough.
I'm still at negative points. Maybe I
Actually,
should
no,
pay-
you're at 0. You're at 0.
What did I get?
Cool, because you lost 1 in Buffalo, but you got 1 point in the Kansas City Cincinnati game that puts you back to 0.
Right.
You had no points in the Bear game and no points there, so you're at 0. So,
Still a long way to go.
all right, next up, a team still fighting for their playoff lives. It is the Las Vegas Raiders heading to Indianapolis to take on probably no Carson Wentz and the Indianapolis Colts.
Wentz is pretty much irrelevant when it comes to the
Damn.
Colts. So what? Jacob Eason's gonna be starting. Either way, Jonathan Taylor will be there. Run, Taylor, run.
Run that guy.
Indianapolis minus 6.5.
All right, he says Indy minus 6.5. Locked in.
I'm taking a chance that they came out the spread before the Wentz news.
You are correct about that, but
So close.
the Colts are 7.5 point favorites.
Okay. Huh.
Hey,
What's it
but
now?
you know what? It's a point. What the current line is?
Yeah.
Good question. Let me look at it right now.
Does the Wentz news actually even matter?
I would imagine yes.
Uh,
The current line is actually no, the current line's at 7.
Yeah. Quit. Wentz. That just goes to show Wentz has no factor on the team when it comes to Vegas.
The money is pretty split.
Yep.
Although it's funny, it looks like at 9 a.m. yesterday, it got all the way to Indy only favored by like 2, but the money's gotten back up. So it did
drop when the
It
news
did
Wentz
drop.
news happened. Okay.
but yeah, it's back up. So
Yeah, Wentz is pretty irrelevant for that team. I think with the way Jonathan Taylor's playing right now.
yeah. All right. Well, 1 point now through 5 games, and we just keep things going. Next up, it is the Jacksonville Jaguars. Rough. Well, they go to New England to take on the Patriots.
Perfect opponent for the Patriots to get in a get right game. Now the real question: does Vegas think Patriots are going to put up points after how much of their team's been struggling lately? Give me Patriots minus 11.5.
All right. He says the Patriots 11.5 point favorites when they host Jacksonville. Survey. What do you say?
Not even close.
You ready for this one? New England is favored by 15.5. There you go.
Gross.
And you know what's incredible on the pick'em? The Patriots.
Everyone's taking them?
The Patriots are 65% picked. I mean, Jacksonville has looked pretty shitty. So,
Mm-hmm.
all right, we keep it going now as you sit at -1 through 6 games. This could be potentially your
I just
worst
lose
week
back-to-back.
ever. Actually, I'm sorry, you're wrong.
I'm at
You
0.
were at 1, now you're back to 0. So still, this could be potentially your worst week. But the good thing is you have a full slate of games. You still have more than half to go. All right, next up, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, fresh off their victory at Carolina, now head to the Meadowlands to take on the Jets. Jets.
Come on, that's not fair. Why is the it's
Sorry,
Brady.
I'm preemptively getting the Jets ready for that.
Oh, that's so stupid. Why do the Buccaneers have to play the Jets? That's not fair. Oh man. Give me Tampa Bay minus 11.5.
All right. 11.5 cost them a
Ugh.
point the last game. Will it do it again? Bucks 11.5. Survey. What do you say?
No.
The Buccaneers are 13.5
Oh my
favorites
God.
at the Jets.
That's crazy.
So no points. Sitting at 0. We keep it going. We're still in the morning, so still plenty of games left here. Next up, the God, just an awful 7 seed right now, I have to say. The Philadelphia Eagles. Yikes. Well, they head to Washington to take on the Washington football team.
Eagles just steamrolled this team 2 weeks ago, and then the Cowboys did the exact
That's
same thing,
also-
even worse.
I'll say, yeah, and that was with Taylor Heineke back too. So
Philadelphia minus 3.5.
all right. He says the Eagles 3.5 point favorites on the road in Washington. Locked in survey. What do you say?
Yeah, baby.
We finally got one. The Philadelphia Eagles are, in fact, 3.5 point favorites at Washington this Sunday, which now gets you 3 points to your bank, which gives you a grand total of 3.
1, 2, 3. Baby.
Have you heard that song? Side topic here. This is for the people too. Have you heard that song? It's like A, B, C, D.
Get the nope. Nope. F you, that's one.
Oh, sorry. That was
Nope.
just.
Nope.
Was just.
Where are we at in society today?
Yep, exactly. Where are we at in society?
I don't like it. I just was curious
Nope.
if you heard it.
Nope.
Okay.
I'm not going
Fuck.
to, so quit asking.
Yep. Yep.
All right, let's keep it going.
Let's keep it going.
Woo! All right. It is the LA Rams. This is their second game on the East Coast back to back here. Well, I mean, at least, not necessarily East Coast back to back, depending where you count Minnesota. But, anyways, like I said, Rams on the road again. Now they go to Baltimore to take on the Ravens.
Any news on Huntley?
He's off the COVID list.
He is, so he's going to play. Okay.
Pretty sure, yes.
Huntley looks really good, and it's in Baltimore. And I kind of want to just give Ravens the points I would give them if Lamar was playing, but I don't think Vegas would do that. So give me Rams minus 5.5.
All right. He says the Rams 5.5-point favorites in Baltimore. It is locked in. Survey. What do you say?
That ain't true.
It ain't true. This would have been a good.
3.5.
This would be a good time for you to bounce back with the same number as it is the
3.5.
Rams 3.5-point
Yep.
favorites at
3.5.
Baltimore. So,
Yep.
all right. Well, nothing to take away, nothing to reward there. So you sit at the same number. All right. The morning games, they're done. Now it's on to the 5 afternoon games, and it kicks off with the AFC West divisional matchup. The Denver Broncos heading to LA to take on a Charger team that just got embarrassed by the Texans last weekend. Good Lord.
Yeah. We don't talk about that.
Oh, but we will.
Chargers minus 5.5.
All right. He took the Rams minus 5.5. Didn't get him anything, didn't cost him anything, so he's going to double up. He says this LA team will be favored by 5.5. Locked in. Survey. What do you say?
Go Chargers, go.
Which means it's on the money. It is the Chargers 5.5-point favorites against Denver this weekend. 3 points to your total, which puts you at 6. That's a daily double as far as I'm concerned, as he's doubled his points. Now, next game on the docket. It is the team that I just mentioned, the Houston Texans, looking to repeat a performance that they did against the Chargers last weekend. Well, tough matchup as they will head to, yes, Santa Clara to take on Trey Lance and the 49ers. Is that for sure? Is it for sure that Trey Lance is going to start? No Garoppolo?
Garoppolo tore a ligament in his finger. I would guess he's not going to play.
It sounds like from what I've heard, he's going to play, but I haven't heard anything recent, so maybe it's changed.
Dude, if he's playing, give me Houston to cover whatever this is. Because I think the spread's going to be humongous, like somewhere in the Niners minus 12.5.
Is that your guess? Niners 12.5?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. He says the Niners 12.5-point favorites. Locked in.
Debo going strong.
Survey. What do you say? I was trying to give a good answer. But it is the Niners.
What is it?
Favored by 14.5 against the Texans. Oh my God.
I thought it was gonna go the other way. Oh, I was so ready to do the lock and load, and then you're like, you totally threw me off there. I didn't even lose 8 points. What was the fart of sound for?
Just because it was wrong.
I thought I meant I lost points.
Oh.
Like, bad.
All right. Well, no points to give, no points to take. You still sit at 6 points. Next up, the game that was definitely on the schedule before there was a game added. It is the Arizona Cardinals traveling to Big D to take on the Cowboys.
Excuse me. Dallas minus. Has Arizona been struggling enough to get Dallas points? I think Arizona's been struggling enough to give Dallas points. Give me Dallas minus 5.5.
All right. He says it will be the Cowboys, 5.5-point favorites when they host Arizona on Sunday.
Kyler's going to be running a lot.
Survey. What do you say?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it's correct. On the money, the Cowboys are 5.5-point favorites 3 more points to your total, which gets you up to 9 now. 9. And we keep it going. Next up, the Carolina Panthers will be at the New Orleans Saints.
Any news on Taysom?
I don't know, man. God, that performance by Ian Book, though, like there was some
What was he
plays-
gonna do, dude?
I know, but like there
Their offensive line is
there was one
torched
specific
too.
there was one specific play though that happened that was like clearly like, okay, he's clearly a rookie who's just not ready. And that was, I don't know if you saw it. I can't remember like what point of the game it happened, but he was running to the sideline and, you know, basically just trying to see if maybe a player would open up for a pass. And it was typical play like any other quarterback you would see. He's getting close to the line. He threw it away, right? He didn't do it. Took the sack, and so
I saw it. I did see that.
Yeah, it's something you just never really see, but you just, I mean, it's no hit on him. I mean, he's just a guy just not ready for that spot. So it's tough spot for him for sure.
This is difficult. This is really difficult because I don't know who's starting for New Orleans. I have to assume Taysom Hill is going to be out of COVID protocol, and that Vegas, I believe,
I think he will be.
Well. So give me New Orleans minus 3.5. But this one's really difficult.
All right, he says the Saints 3.5 point
One of the
favorites.
hardest spreads to pick all year.
Well, it's locked in and survey. What do you say?
I'll say it. He's an idiot.
I'm guessing that they don't think Taysom Hill's playing.
Actually, I think they think Drew Brees is playing because the Saints are favored by 7.5 in this game. Isn't that shocking?
I don't.
Also, I think that deserves to go on Instagram. Just the fact that I came up with that. I think they think Drew Brees is playing. I know.
I quit. I quit.
You know, it's funny. And
now you said that,
if you think it's outrageous on the pick'em, it says the Panthers are only 60% pick, so it's actually kind of close.
I need to know. Is Taysom Hill playing?
And I'm pretty sure Sam Darnold might be starting that game for Carolina.
Taysom Hill's playing.
Yeah. I still don't think they should be favored by that many points, though. Like that's for a team that's.
That's just the way Panthers have been playing. They're just. Remember when they were 3-0?
Oh yeah, Carolina stinks. Carolina sucks, man.
They're a one-man team. Carolina is what the Colts would be without Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
One really good receiver in Pittman, one really good receiver in DJ Moore, but that's absolutely it. And a couple of good players on the defense, like the Colts had Darius Leonard. You know, the Panthers at Burns. You know, it's just
All right, we keep it going now to the last game of the afternoon slot, and it is the Detroit Lions headed to Seattle to take on Russ and the Seahawks.
Is Goff going to be playing?
I would imagine. Well, I don't know. He wasn't COVID related, was he? Was he COVID related last weekend?
I don't remember either. I didn't even know it wasn't playing. Literally, I was like, all right, Lions got the ball back. All right, here they go.
And it's Tim Boyle.
Who the fuck is that playing for? What the fuck?
Yep, Tim Boyle.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Yep. Goff is questionable. Did not practice Thursday. He's not going to play. Oh, damn! My God. Seattle minus. Fuck, Seattle sucks so much. Seattle minus. Fuck it. I've been doing it all day. 5.5. That might be too low, but whatever.
All right, he says it's the Seahawks 5.5 point favorites against Detroit, which, by the way, I don't know if you know, Detroit's actually been really good against the spread this year. All right, survey.
Except for the fucking games that I take them.
You say
So close.
Seattle is 6.5 point favorites.
Fuck you, Vegas.
Pick them 51-49. Pretty split. Seattle, the slight edge right now on the pick. So
If Goff somehow miraculously plays, I'm taking them.
yeah, I would do the same thing.
Ugh.
All right, next up, we head to.
Amani St. Brown has been a fucking beast over the last month.
Let's also check to see where you're at in points. Okay, yeah.
10 points.
No, you're at 9.
Damn it.
Because you had 9, because you had the 3 right on the money, but then you lost a point in the Saints pick, and then you just got the point back, so you're back at 9. So.
That's right.
All right, Sunday Night Football will feature the Minnesota Vikings. In fact, I do like that. They head to Green Bay.
I don't like this at all.
To take on the Packers. Let's just remind you, Minnesota beat Green Bay in Green Bay last year. Just throwing it out there.
Hey, so did you know that the Green Bay has no punter right now? It's irrelevant because it's not going to be needed this weekend.
I'll bet you anything that they will need a punter because they will have at least one punt. This isn't the Bills against the Patriots last week where they didn't have to punt the ball one time.
Who knows, man? This could easily be Cowboys Washington 2.0.
Also, take a moment to say, watch out, y'all. The Bills are back. You know it too.
Wrong.
I just did it against myself.
I even took the Bills last week, but I still don't believe they're back.
Except the only thing you didn't take them in is you didn't take them in our forehead, and you've lost some ground to me. So what's all this breathing room I have here?
I took Patriots because I had to, because unfortunately I've been picking like ass. So the point where you got by me.
You right. Any day when you give me your pick, though, would be great.
I wonder if that's allowed on YouTube. Packers minus 7.5. No. Oh, did the Thielen news happen before Tuesday? When did the Thielen news come out?
I don't know, but I actually don't know. I don't remember.
Packers minus 9.5.
So 9.5?
Yep.
All right. He says Green Bay will be 9.5 point favorites against the Vikings. Locked in. You know what's funny is that we've talked about how Minnesota really hasn't been blown out by anybody this year. But you're picking that they will be spread that bad. Okay.
I'm picking that Vegas believes they are.
You're right. Survey locked in. What do you say?
No.
Green Bay favored by 6.5. Yeah. No, nothing. Okay. All right. No points there. So you will sit at 9 going into Monday Night Football, which the game will be the Cleveland Browns heading to Pittsburgh in what could be Big Ben's last game as a home quarterback at Heinz Field. The Steelers. Browns. Steelers. What do you got?
Pick them. Just kidding. Steelers minus 2.5.
All right. He says it is Pittsburgh 2.5 point favorites on Monday Night Football. It is locked in. Survey. What do you say?
I'll say he's an idiot.
You had the number right.
What is it?
It is 2.5, but it's the Cleveland Browns that are favored.
The Browns are not 5.5 point favorites on a neutral field. They're not.
And the funny thing is 59% right now are on Cleveland to cover that.
Can't do it.
I mean, yeah, because it's a spread that doesn't make any sense.
Sometimes, as a wise man once said, when the
Just
spread doesn't make sense, lean into it.
The fuck said that? Fortenbaugh?
No, this other guy, Mark Willard, who's on 95.7 now.
Oh man, what am I doing for my lock of the week?
All right, well, let's look at your total. Let me just count everything up to see to make sure I know where you're at. And all right, yeah, you were at 8 points this week. So not the best one for you, that's for sure. You had 3 picks on the money. That was the Eagles, the Chargers, and the Cowboys. Misses here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You had 6 misses. Your big misses. 1, 2, 3, 4 big misses. And yes, that now leaves us to what will be Cohooney's lock of the week for week number 17.
I'm not really sure. What was the Chiefs one again?
The Chiefs are, I think, 4.5.
Yeah, I don't like that. Even though I think they're gonna beat the Bengals, I don't like 4.5. Chargers?
5.5.
Are they gonna be out? Are they gonna be dealing with all the COVID stuff? Hold on.
I mean,
Is
what
Eckler gonna
about
be playing?
what about
Wait a
potentially
sec.
any of the games that you were off by a lot? Like you definitely said you didn't like Carolina. You didn't like the Bills to cover 14.5. You didn't like
Yeah.
you didn't like New England necessarily to cover 15.5. You didn't like the Saints to cover 7.5. And you definitely thought Pittsburgh should have been the favorite, not Cleveland on Monday night.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do the Patriots game.
So
Who are they playing again?
They're playing the Jaguars.
No, I can't do Jaguars.
Yeah.
I can't. I can't do Panthers. I can't trust them, and I can't trust Steelers. Like
What about the Texans? They're
it's
getting
Texans
14
on the
and a half.
road though. It's Texans on the road. Like
Yeah.
I want
Davis
to
Mills
take
has
them,
looked a
but
little more competent though. I mean,
I know.
what
Dude,
about Green Bay 6.5? He's without Thielen. The Vikings are
I agree. I think they're going to cover it, but like you said, Minnesota hasn't been blown out. I think I'm going to go with my gut. And dude, they just got embarrassed. Now they're at home facing off against a division rival. They get Austin Eckler back. I got to go with my gut. LA Chargers cover the 5.5.
Locked in.
It is locked in. Cooney says it will be the Chargers to cover the 5.5 at home on Sunday against the Denver Broncos, which another thing to keep in mind, the Broncos beat the Chargers in Denver earlier this year. So not only is Coon saying they're not going to just win, they're going to cover too. So, man, Chargers have been the Chargers have been one difficult team to figure out this year.
I gotta go with my gut. I think the Chargers are gonna have a huge game. Bounce back
All right.
game.
Well, we'll see if you're right. But yeah, obviously a rough week 17 for you. Haven't had anything too impressive over the last few weeks. In fact,
Yeah, I know that.
The last one I see is when you put up 21 points. I don't remember what week number it was, but I think it was week number 11. That was your last big one. So, all right. That does it, though. Week number 17. Can Cohooney guess the spread? It's in the books. We're done for. And that's also a wrap for us in 2021. It's the year of the birth of the podcast and everything like that. So this is our last show. We will be doing our forehead video, but it looks like we're going to be doing that on New Year's Day. So, yeah, like I said, this is the last we have in production-wise with 2021. So hopefully exciting 2022 to become. But yes, Happy New Year's to everyone. Please stay safe. Be smart out there. Hope everyone enjoyed their Christmas holiday.
Call yourself an Uber or a Lyft.
Yep, it is.
Can be expensive.
There's too many options out there to have an excuse to not be driving. Sorry, trying to word this correctly. There's too many options out there for you to be drunk driving. That's just the reality of it. There's so many things you could possibly do to just not do it. It's just be smart out there for everyone. So But yeah, that does it for us here. Sports Bets by Most Chaos presents you Cohooney Guess the Spread week number 17. Thank you all for tuning in. As always, we will see you. Get ready for it next year.